When Rebecca Greene went missing in October of 1974, it was eerily similar to a scenario police had seen several times before. Young girl walking to the store, never to be seen again. But was it all connected or just coincidence? When 12-year-old Rebecca Greene went missing on October 16th of 1974, an already dire situation became even worse in Jacksonville. The newspaper headlines capturing it all in bold print. Fifth and last 3 months. And just like Jeannie Schoen and Virginia Helm before her, Rebecca Greene also vanished on the way to the corner store.
That was about 5 blocks from her house. She leaves, she goes to the store, she makes a purchase of some sodas, a couple of them according to the documentation from a clerk.
She left the store and was never seen alive again. When her parents reported her missing, there was a large-scale search, everyone looking for a little girl in a light green dress. Tensions were rising in the community, wanting to know if it was all connected. But Sergeant Super told the Jacksonville Journal the day Rebecca went missing, they had no evidence to connect all of the victims to the same suspect. None of the 5 girls that were missing had ever run away before, and the 4 previous appeared to have a happy home life. Sadly, that did not seem to be the case for Rebecca.
Her and her sisters were unfortunately molested by their dad. He had some severe mental health issues. He was diagnosed schizophrenic and some other issues. And at one point in his life, he was actually hospitalized in the state prison.
Sergeant Dan Jansen with the Cold Case Unit at JSO says Rebecca's father was questioned intensely by police.
He denied ever sexually battering or molesting the girls, which we believe he's lying because we have evidence and statements from them that suggest otherwise. And then he also denied having anything having to do with her disappearance.
He also took a polygraph and passed. It wasn't until 3 years later, a man fishing off of Fort George Island near the mouth of the St. Johns River stumbled upon a child's remains.
You can see where the police vehicles are, and right over here is where her remains were found.
Sergeant Jansen says her remains were skeletal by then, and there was no definitive indication of how she died. But dental records confirmed it was Rebecca Greene. Out of the 5 girls missing, hers and Virginia Helm's bodies would be the only ones ever found. But in looking at Rebecca's case file, Sergeant Jansen found something he never expected.
The detective felt compelled to actually cut off some of her hair from the actual skull and seal it up in this plastic container.
This hair will be sent for testing to see if there is any DNA that can be lifted off of the hair.
If the suspect in this case had handled her head in any way, shape, or form in the act of committing this murder, would there be DNA remaining?
A major find in a 4-decade-old case. Only time will tell, though, if this could be the key to helping solve Rebecca's murder. But are the disappearances connected? That question continues to plague investigators more than 4 decades later. In Jacksonville, Katie Jeffries with photographer Jeff Renfro, First Coast News.